So we are back with the quarterfinals.
Hi everyone.
Hello, hello.
Rakdos Magic. I love
I love
that
the
he's playing blue blue mana symbol sleeves for a Rakdos deck.
Yeah. We had him yesterday on cam already, I think. No, was it this morning against Stanford? It was this morning, I think. He lost 2-0. I really like the playmat. That's really nice.
Mhm.
Non, effectivement, t'as quelques pièces de hate, mais c'est pas forcément suffisant.
That's also a very nice way of, you know, you just need 10 playmats to play all the dual color decks there are.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I really like how they did it with the dual lands, with the text box. I don't really understand like why it wasn't on any cards after that. Mm,
Which is
but yeah,
then again really cool because it makes it a
makes them
very
even more
unique pattern.
unique. Yeah.
Yeah. So back to draw me like one of your French cards. Thanks to you, I know it has nothing to do with French Duel Commander, but it's rather a quote from Titanic.
Des spells du coup qui permettront de pouvoir, en gros, si une des bêtes meurt, de pouvoir la ramener. Ça va être strong. On a vraiment moyen de pouvoir scammer des games.
Ça peut être fort aussi du coup dans un swap Croxa, non? Parce qu'on peut venir faire Croxa, scam Croxa, j'imagine, ou des choses comme ça peut-être?
Oui, on peut faire ça.
Et du coup faire des discards de 2, enfin faire des...
Waiting for the players to resolve the mulligans.
À l'adversaire, sachant que je pense que attaquer...
And I mean, this is I think in this kind of match we would be expecting not slow play, but very calculated play, taking a long time to make your decisions because they've spent 2 days to get to this point and they want to get the most out of it as possible, and they have all the time in the world. I think that's one of the perks that you kind of win when you make it to top 8, that you're not restricted to a clock. Sometimes a judge will say, okay, you got to make a decision now. Usually there's going to be judges watching these games happening. But yeah, oh, that is a beautiful
Is
swap.
it ELIOTT BOUSSAUD is ELIOTT Dragon, right? Can someone confirm that? So I think those guys are in the same team and they're playing against each other. And he's the guy who was 10-0. Which card was the beautiful one?
The swamp.
Yeah, with the Dragon Ball
With
Z
the alteration on it.
alteration, yeah. The 1HL, welcome. So in this case, it's a bummer that ELIOTT does not have the B-landers, Bylanders with black and red, you know? Because I've seen Tropical Island one, I think, with green and blue. There should also be a one for Rakdos.
Pas de breach.
Pas de breach.
C'est sûr.
Donc en fait, c'est vraiment un deck qui avait du mal à se débarrasser des pièces de hate, quoi.
Ni le spell bomb, qui va pouvoir aller du coup au moins limiter les boucles avec breach et Yogmoth. Il va falloir faire du coup des big turns du côté d'Alex. À base de soit Peer into the Abyss ou bien...
So we have a spell bomb at the beginning. I'm pretty sure people are curious about his Deadpool list already.
I mean, having a Nihil spell bomb is a good start to maybe pull out a win here.
Yeah, or at least
I would say this is
at first
there's
you have
not
to
that much
stall.
equity
Yeah.
in this matchup for you. I mean,
Yep.
you have the upside. There's a Pyroblast in the Rograkh player's hand, so you're
Which
basically
doesn't.
up a card in hand.
Aller chercher
Yeah.
ce surveillant d'ici. Ouais, ok. On va en profiter aussi. On va regarder ce qui
On
se
le
passe.
fait du coup pendant notre tour. Du coup, qu'est-ce que ça pourrait, qu'est-ce qui pourrait être fait?
And that's a matchup.
Parce que Elliott
We talked about it yesterday,
autour de Oppo-Agent, et
in
effectivement,
which
Elliott joue Oppo-Agent. C'est pour ça.
Deadpool rarely does anything.
Je pense que Oppo Agent c'était un bon call quand même.
There might be scenarios in which you can change the text box with one of your creatures to gain like a second EDB or something like this, but apart from that, it's more or less a useless card in the command zone. So it's
Yep.
rather depends on the 99.
Je crois qu'on a toujours pas de créature côté Elliott.
Lotus Bloom ticking down to 2. Said that in the morning. Last time I played this card
Non, pour l'instant, on
was featuring Stick Fingers.
discard, on a juste une pièce de hate.
Je me demande s'il a même pas joué un terrain qui n'était pas vu dans la main de. Qu'on n'avait pas vu au début.
Non, on l'avait pas
Ouais.
vu au début, c'est pour qu'il vienne untap. Ça peut se tenir. Tu as tout à fait raison.
Sinon, on aurait eu tendance à.
And it seems he's already ready to go off.
De mana, là, avec des superbes cartes Pokémon.
Very fitting to use the Pokemon tokens. We do the same usually.
Ok, bon, déjà ça fait peur.
Ouais, c'est ça.
Alex qui nous sort les.
So you have colorless mana, red, black, and the storm count.
En mode, attends, faut peut-être que je compte là déjà. Pourtant, c'est bizarre, enfin, ça voudrait dire partir avant que.
Lotus Bloom
Ooh,
Resolve,
Pokemon
ça
energy.
serait quand même beau.
Yep.
Mais bon. Pourquoi pas, hein.
He's using energy to track the storm count.
I just said that, yeah.
Yeah.
Ouais, donc là, on y va 5 mana.
So there is a culling the week
Oui, c'est pour
as a start.
représenter toutes les cartes que son oppo connaît.
Yeah.
Connaît. En fait, ça,
Shred Memory in
Starting to
graveyard, Marsh Flats, and a third card I can't identify.
This is Thoughtseize.
Oh, right.
Under
It was
Marsh
a
Flats.
falsies from the beginning. Yeah, true.
And we might just see a Peer into the Abyss cast.
On va faire un mana.
Mm-hmm. In addition to the
Boost it
lake.
up
Yeah.
for more, or he could keep going. I think there's definitely an
Sacrificing.
argument for
Oh,
just
the
casting the Peer into the Abyss and saying go. I think they have,
Ouais, c'est sûr, bah oui, bien sûr.
On a 10 mana.
Pas beaucoup de mana.
and like getting the perfect 7 sitting up your graveyard.
Mm. Nice, 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 nice.
Est-ce que du coup.
And Elliott is
Elliott va
looking at the card, reading it.
Là est la question.
Ça peut tuer sur Orkish Bowmaster, c'est vrai.
It's pretty likely that you
Mais bon, vu qu'on a pas réussi à splitter, j'ai l'impression que vraiment on a
find either an unmask or a
un MDFC qui casse des grands mais qui va pas permettre de faire grand chose.
either an unmask or a
Parce que casser
what's
les
it called?
c'est un peu trop tard.
grief.
Yep.
And set up for next turn, but you also have to get rid of that Nihil spell bomb. Or I think there might
Maybe
be,
there's
like,
even a world in which you. I mean, at that point, you could probably find a way to go off with the dragon, right?
On va tellement piocher de cartes.
In
True,
combination with a
true.
discard
He
spell,
could
just
just
go for
put
the
a-
dragon and then make sure your opponent has no board wipe.
Yeah.
That is one potential way.
So that kind of relies on, because he only has 2 mana left right now. That kind of relies on
Faut réussir à fizzle quoi.
him finding enough rituals, enough mana to make that possible here. But having a red and a black means you can Dark Ritual and you can what's the other red one?
Rite of Flame or Infernal Plunge?
Rite of Flame, yeah. So to make the 2 red for the guy.
Yeah. So here we have. Last time we've seen that was with a different card. Give me a guess.
Last time we've seen what?
Drawing half of your library. You're right. It was Tamio.
Oh, right. Yeah. Tamiya's ultimate
Yep.
also happens.
Like roughly a year ago that this card was still legal.
So he drew Grief and Unmask.
Yeah.
So he gets to
that should seal the
take
deal.
apart his hand here.
Getting rid of the Necropotence makes sense.
C'est peut-être important de la lâcher maintenant. Mais bon, c'est tellement improbable si Alex part pas.
Yeah, there might be a Cling to Dust waiting to be used. Bolting. Going down to 5. Presenting a Sundering Eruption and 2 lands.
Okay.
So I think there is a workaround for the Spellbomb, right?
Yeah, there should be. I think the constraining factor here is mana. He's already used his land drops.
Yeah, but he can maybe find the appropriate rituals.
Yeah.
He would need a Pyrite ritual to go into a... Oh, okay.
Okay, goes up on Storm count. Oh, and the Lightning Bolt also counts for Storm.
Mm. There's a Dark Ritual. So whenever you can win right on a spot, obviously you go for that. And those guys know what they're doing. We have Dark Ritual. That's a beautiful Dark Ritual. That's a very classic artwork. That's the alpha beta artwork, right?
Yeah. With a, it's either Japanese or Korean. I think it's Japanese, right?
Here we have the Desperate Ritual. Into Pirate Ritual. And now there is either a bunch of dragons or tendrils. Cabal Ritual. That forces ELIOTT to crack the Spellbomb in order to...
Which means he still has... He still has 6 mana, which is enough to... Oh, no. Yeah, +3. He still has 7 mana. He was at 1. Yeah.
And now we can grieve.
Check if there's anything new.
Pitching the Deadly Dispute. It was another land. And there we go. Tainted Pact will find the finishing tendrils. But I think it's not a big deal, right?
No options. Yeah, I mean...
We all know he's searching for tendrils.
And he just gets to cast it and win. I mean, it takes a long time, and it's a... This is like a downside of having a deck like this in the format, but I think it storms faster than other combo decks.
Yeah,
it's also definitely easier to resolve than like a Nadu combo.
I was just about to say, like, if you want to... If you manually go through the Nadu lines, it's not any faster. Yeah, I mean, I think the very first Relic Fest, there is one French guy, One Sock, he's called on Biket, who was very dedicated about Croxa, and I think he managed to top 8 with it back then. At the very first Relic Fest, I think it was. But yeah, I'm not so sure if it's still the best commander to go for. It really depends on the 99 you bring together.
Du coup, c'est bon, ça va. Tac, tac, je vais remettre le chat.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to pilot. That's true. But then again, not as hyped as
C'est pas transcendant, mais au moins c'est meilleur.
a couple of years ago.
Je pense. Ok, bah c'est bon. On va keep, on va mettre du coup ce copter de contrebande au cimetière. Peut-être qu'on manque de terrain. Alors,
So,
à ton micro.
the theater is going to...
Hop. Et ben on va commencer notre tour du côté d'Alex. Fetch. Directement.
Going to surveil the smuggler's copter.
On va respecter une potentielle messe noire
Smuggler's Copter.
Yeah.
That's a card that I have not seen in a while.
We've seen it. Oh no. This morning the Slamford player had it.
Ok. Par contre, les sur Island, c'est un sacré jeu au format. Ouais, de fou. Ça stabilise la mana base et puis ça a vraiment changé beaucoup de choses.
So there's
Yeah,
a Dark
engineered
Ritual
explosives.
and a Turok.
Ooh.
That's...
Yeah, that's one of the things that I talked about.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing here.
If he can develop into more discard, like especially with at least the Croxa. Oh, Dark Ritual and Rite of Flame gone. Those are good hits.
Yeah, definitely. Taking away 2 rituals at the same time. Here we have Dread Fuge.
No hits? Am I seeing that correctly? Detectives? Is it Detectives Phoenix, Chaos Defiler, Kulagan's Command?
Where the
If we
heck
see
is
a
that
land
card
drop here.
On va continuer de toucher la main.
À part si on a, du coup top up land, ça pourrait être Phoenix.
So I'm guessing we just see a Croxa on an attack.
I think so too, yeah.
Actually does start putting pressure. I mean,
Yeah.
4 power, going to 5. If he
mean-
discards a land, which he might have too many of, considering he just discarded 2 spells and then and then played a spell, he might have too many lands. If he discards a land, he takes another 3. So that's a 3-turn clock currently.
Oh, there's a Boggart Roller that can be a problem. I think this seems to be his land drop, yeah. And he's considering...
I don't know why he's waiting so long. I would always pay the
Well,
life here. Yeah.
Well, you can... you mean like casting the Kolagans in addition, having it trigger for Turok?
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter that much if he plays Croxa, makes the opponent discard, and then plays Kolagan's command to make the opponent discard again and get back the Croxa to make the opponent discard again. Might have been better than the 2 damage that he dealt with it.
This is definitely a way to victory. We have a Simian Spirit Guide and 2 cards that I can't identify. I think one might be a Demonic Council. I'm not entirely sure.
Est-ce qu'on joue les Moon Effect dans la liste de Elliott? C'est intéressant.
La réponse est non.
Oui, je pense.
On ne joue pas de Moon Effect.
Ancient Zion. I remember that you've visited us here on Twitch quite a few times. But it seems you paused from Duel Commander.
Yeah, I think we like Duel Commander is steadily gaining players.
Yeah.
More and more people playing, especially with the MTGO edition.
Oh, look. We have
There was a
another
lightning
discard
bolt,
due to Croxa.
and he drew the lightning bolt before After the Turak was
Yeah.
was big enough to not get killed by it. So
Non, c'est ça, ouais.
And now we have a very big Turok here. It's an
I
8-7.
don't think the life totals are correct. I think he is. Yeah.
On the other side, there is a Simian Spirit Guide, and that's a concession. There are a lot of good reasons to pick up the deck. I can really see why players are. It's not only because it's a
Oh, ça a l'air
very rewarding
ça a
deck
l'air
once
solide,
you
un peu plus solide
pilot
que
it
ce qu'on a
well,
vu tout à l'heure.
but also because there's so like the combination of cards is just very attractive, I think.
Yeah, and I think it also
Sur le play.
there because you don't play any creatures, which is, I would say, in a focus of modern Magic, you skip the whole, oh shit, Deadpool stole the text box of my initiative creature, or wow, my opponent Dark Ritualed out a Chaos Defiler and killed both my creatures. You know, these kinds of
Yeah.
situations that happen. You don't get hit too hard by all that bullshit. Like the draws where, like in this case, Dark Ritual for Turak, those draws are much more rare. They happen. Don't happen much in game one, and
Je pense que là, on va
yeah, like the opponent has to really mulligan to actually
faire check maintenant.
keep a hand that interacts with you.
Parce que Fable est une très bonne carte, mais elle va être un peu lente en fait dans le match-up. Pour le coup, elle développe pas énormément.
So a couple of things going on. Durus reveals
Mana en plus pour. C'est un peu en plus, ça va
Headliner
jouer
Scarlet.
avec que des plays un
The
peu
card
actifs à tout
beneath
moment. C'est
is
pas notre troisième land là du coup.
the new Nighthawk Flying Death Karzi Revenant, I think it's
Yeah.
called.
Not a great card in my books.
Yeah, I'm not impressed either.
Yeah, for me it's okay.
Yeah.
It if you're in a Red Deck Wins heavy meta, it might be something
Ça a été gardé pour
that you start boarding in order to just
en ayant T1 du reste et deux fois que ça. Là,
be good against those strategies.
Yeah.
on va peut-être manquer un peu de ressources.
I'm guessing this duress is going to take a duress, and
And that's
then
it.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see it taking
Anything else? No,
the
no. I
bolt
mean,
or the
information is very valuable here, and also each card, each tutor or ritual or whatsoever you can deny is a step towards a victory.
yeah. This always hurts when you draw the land that you actually want to play.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
after the
it doesn't really matter, right? It's
well, you're revealing information to the opponent that they didn't have before, and you like if say this game goes on for another 3 or 4 turns, eventually through your draws for turn, you have built up a couple of cards that the opponent doesn't know about and might be scared to play into, right? And if you just keep playing the cards that you draw, you don't have that advantage.
it's interesting that it seems that Alexandre is not valuing grief high enough to use it against ELIOTT. It could be that he's about to go off now.
Yeah,
Because, you know, he
yeah, that
says,
might be
like,
the case.
I've seen the hand 2 turns ago. It
And
wasn't
only
too
one
spectacular.
Yeah, and there's only one new card.
Yeah.
There's no need to grief now. Maybe there's an argument for he makes his land drop and hardcasts the grief now to kind of stall for time.
Yeah.
But that also, in case the opponent draws a Deadpool, in his 99, also puts the grief on the board and makes it available to have its text box stolen.
But it's Croxa, right? Not Deadpool. But you
But
mean like
Crocs has
if he
Necromunda, if he draws the Deadpool.
Yeah, but that's like a
Not that likely.
not that likely and also not that dangerous either.
Or taking the text box off a grief?
Okay. In terms of having the discard, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
In terms of having like the creature, like a 5/3 menace, also a bit scary, but you know, like
Non, fable.
Yeah.
there
But
are.
there's also the situation where
Il va essayer de tout donner
uh,
pour coller plus de points, mais
okay, yeah, well, if he does play Deadpool into open mana like it is in this case, the likelihood that he has a way to sacrifice the grief before the Deadpool enters the battlefield is also pretty high.
Yeah.
presque 500 personnes sur le live. Merci
So
à
we
vous
have
tous et
the
à toutes.
2/2 Shaman Goblin
Ça commence à faire du monde.
entering the battlefield due to the Fable trigger. On the other side, there is the search for the one and only Surveillant.
Qu'est-ce qu'on va voir? Il n'y aura pas un seul jeu aggro dans le top 16.
And there's a trigger that goes on stack.
Flagon, mais bon, c'est tempo, donc ça
C'est
compte
plus
pas.
tempo.
Peut-être un peu de Yoshi.
Oui, en tout cas, il y en avait sur le J2, c'est sûr. Il y avait aussi un peu de Cloud, mais
Ouais.
et ça n'a pas trop. Je crois que le deck un peu le plus absent, c'était peut-être Slime Food qu'on attendait plus et qu'on n'a pas trop vu.
Ah, il y a donc ce Besiege Mirror.
Okay,
je pense que, ouais,
surveilling
c'est
a
pas-
collective brutality
Il a Besiege Mirror.
Ok, j'avais
Ouais,
pas.
je pense
Excuse-moi,
que
j'ai pas
c'était
entendu.
ça.
goes in a similar direction as the decision
Ok.
Deadly Dispute.
with Grief, saying, well, if it isn't for the discard,
Je suis assez surpris du coup de
I don't really need a
Ah,
card
ok, oui, non, d'accord. ok, je
in
vois.
my hand, so
Bah, de toute façon, il va faire des trésors, il pourra sûrement les utiliser. Il a Messe Noire,
Oui.
donc de toute façon, il pourra partir quand même avec Besiege.
I would
Voilà,
rather.
Besiege, il pourra. Enfin, là, en fait, il va jouer cette ingénierie explosive, il va le sacrifier sur Besiege, et puis,
Oui, c'est ça.
et puis en avant.
Tout à fait.
Not use it here.
C'est tranquille.
Il a le mana à côté.
Et il pourra du coup copier Besiege Mirror avec Flair. Ah oui, non, pardon. Il peut
That's a cool
non,
treasure
j'avais
token, actually.
dans la tête qu'il avait Flair, mais non, il l'a pas fait.
Je pense qu'il a pas Flair, ouais.
I assume it is a treasure token? No. Or is it? It is a treasure token, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a treasure token.
Yeah, it does.
Pour l'instant, c'est pas encore la priorité.
On va sortir les cartes Pokémon.
C'est parti. Allez.
Et c'est parti.
Ça sort
Oh.
le sapin.
Oui.
Well,
We're
this
storming.
is a sign.
We're
We're
storming,
storming.
boys. Where does the treasure token comes from, if it is one? Did I miss something last turn? Because he didn't really cast any spells so far.
Je pense que c'est par là. Alors le Picsou me met très très bien.
How did the Rograkh die?
C'est peut-être un jeton à Kélix celui-là.
Ouais, ça m'étonnerait
Salut,
pas.
Raph.
Well, it should be during that. So that should have been a deadly dispute, right?
So, yeah,
it has
that's
to be a
deadly
deadly dispute.
I
Yeah,
would say.
yeah. So the last card. Ah, okay. Beneath the Rograkh, there is the deadly dispute. True.
Yeah.
But then the graveyard order is wrong.
Il a sorti la petite
That's
bouteille
true.
Pro Tour pour boire de l'eau en attendant.
I don't think that matters though.
It does not matter, but yeah.
Yeah.
Encore plus quand
Failed to maintain proper graveyard order.
Tout à fait.
Well,
Hop,
I would be
Messe Noire.
on va faire
shocked
Messe
if
Noire,
we
on va
would
arriver
see
à
a
4 mana, du
shallow
coup.
grave
Ça
coming
va
around the
faire,
corner.
accès à Besiege the Queen.
Although relevant in our format,
Besiege Mirror, pardon. Ah
not
oui,
relevant
Besiege
in this
Queen,
deck, I
pardon.
don't think.
No.
C'est
Ok.
Besiege Mirror, ouais, my bad.
So engineered explosive
Et bonjour à
for
tous.
the Storm
Les
count.
deux
We've
sont
seen
bons, en
it
plus, mais l'autre, c'est
in the first game.
Rograkh, je crois, c'est ça.
Continued with Dark Ritual.
Ah non, il y a Besiege Queen
Bah,
aussi.
il y a aussi Besiege. Bah, je crois qu'il y a.
D'accord, bah ouais, ça va bien.
There is another card in his hand.
Et qui permettait de sacrifier Rograkh, ouais.
Les joueurs, tu
Do we know why these lists play
Besiege.
explosives?
time dans le challenge pairing.
Yeah, in order to
Just
deal
as
with
like
all the
a-
hate. You have to deal with all the hate. Like there is so much stuff. Like
all the artifacts,
all the
one
artifacts,
mana
for example.
artifacts,
Yeah. And also enchantments. Like people.
Oni perd son
I mean, you cannot. There's things like Curse of Silence, for example.
Yeah.
This you can deal with. There's also another curse, a 4-mana white curse that
Thomas Méchant, je serais bien chaud de l'avoir.
I think Thomas played against you also.
Yeah,
when-
that enchants a
when
player
the-
and says they can only cast one spell a turn.
Yeah, exactly. This one here.
Yeah.
So people in some decks, people started to play this card also. Engineered Explosive doesn't take care of this, but all the other smaller things.
Ok. Ouais, je viens de te répondre à l'instant.
At least.
Oh, and also you see the explosives being sacked to besiege.
Yeah, that's also another upside, right? So we can bargain.
Ah, on les entend, on va peut-être fermer la
So
porte.
first we had
Ils nous entendent.
this
Is the storm
besiege.
count still up to date?
I think this is a
Yeah, okay.
GG. That's a concession. We had this besiege first, and then we had the other
Yeah, I mean,
besiege.
I think with the one mana he still has in pool, 1 mana in play, and the treasure, he can just get Yogwill now
Yeah, exactly.
and Dark Ritual,
Keep going. Just keep going.
Wild Ritual, and then recast the besiege for 10 rules.
Yeah. Okay, interesting match. ELIOTT tried, but it's very difficult. Obviously, you have to draw
Yes.
the.
We saw the
exact
on the play
cards.
game with a very good lineup of disruption against the deck.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that, you are in a very tough spot.
Untimely Malfunction being a great card, shown here on the table. Phyrexian Flash Gorger, interesting.
I wonder why he. Maybe it's to take the text box on his own? No.
Which card?
The Flesh Gorger.
Maybe.
Undying Evil? Wow, there are some cards in this deck
Yeah,
that I would
this
not
goes in the
expect.
scam direction. I can see that.